ever from Luciano Spalletti at the helm of the Azzurri.
Just briefly, Daniele, tell us, why is this game taking place in Bergamo, maybe not in Rome or Milan, where we might be more used to seeing Italy games?
That was a choice precisely from Gennaro Gattuso. They wanted a small stadium that could easily be filled out, and in fact it is packed to the rafters. To my right, by the way, there are at least 1,000 Northern Irish fans, but there have been many more today in Bergamo that I've seen, and also because this is the home of Atalanta, where there are a few players in these national teams, and perhaps Italy thought that if they played in San Siro or in Rome, maybe the alliances to Inter, Milan, Roma or Lazio would have perhaps been a detriment to some of the Italian national players who perhaps could have got booed if things didn't go their way. So they wanted a small stadium, a stadium that is packed, and a stadium that of course is going to be 100% behind the Azzurri tonight. But of course, let's see how it goes, because as I said, it's very, very nervy here.
Well, Daniele, we appreciate you taking the time to speak to us. Best of luck. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it would be unthinkable to think Italy to not qualify yet again. In fact, they would actually become the first former winner to not qualify for 3 tournaments in a row, which nobody wants that on their record sheet.
No, they don't. And you know, Gattuso has been talking about the pressure, and he's been talking about the fact that he's been having to take sleeping pills, because if he doesn't take them, he's up at 4:30 in the morning, as he put it, wide-eyed like a bat. Which, interesting reference, not quite David Attenborough, but you get the idea. And it just does show you, Daniele's absolutely right. You know, his club career as a coach has been really hit and miss. And he's had some successes, but a lot of failures as well. And he's stormed out of a lot of jobs. He's a very fiery character. That's no surprise. He was as a player as well. So there's no big shock there. Yeah. But what you're dealing with is a guy that really needs this to work. And to be fair to him, you know, this means so much to him. You can see that. You can absolutely see that. I think the mistake they made with Luciano Spalletti before him was that Spalletti is a great coach. He showed that by winning the Scudetto with Napoli, but he needs time to get his ideas across. It's quite complex the way he wants to play. Players just didn't get it. They just couldn't assimilate that information in time. Gattuso is going to be more simplistic, but maybe that will work for international football. And don't forget, the winner then of Italy, Northern Ireland will take on the winner of Wales and Bosnia. And the winner of that tie overall will then go into what is Group B in the World Cup, which will see them take on one of the hosts, Canada, Qatar and Switzerland. So a huge carrot there for whichever team gets through. You're tuning in to kick off on TalkSport tonight. Next up, we'll turn our attention to the England squad, that ahead of their friendlies with Uruguay and Japan.
Kick off on TalkSport with Ladbrokes. 18plusgambleaware.org.
The UK government is backing businesses with no-fee recruitment support from Job Centre Plus.
I'm Sophie Smith, Chief People Officer at Compass Group UK and Ireland, the UK's largest food and support services company. We need talent at scale across the country fast. We're working with Job Centre Plus to help find great people. Their local employer advisors help us advertise vacancies, connect us with motivated candidates, and last year alone, our partnership drove thousands of applications. We've also created something we're really proud of, the Accelerate with Edgbaston Hospitality Hub in partnership with Job Centre Plus. It's helping us bring local people into real careers. We provide on-the-job training, as well as access to a range of apprenticeships from entry to degree level.
I'm Amir. My life changed the day I went to Job Centre Plus. I found my spark.
If you're a business looking to recruit, Job Centre Plus could help you find talent that delivers. Visit business.gov.uk/recruit to find out how. Eligibility criteria apply.
Oh, Fiona's back at the Monkey Safari again. She's hooked on Toyota Service and Aftercare. In fact, it's so good, she'll find any excuse to come back. From replacement wipers to service and MOTs, our perks include free refreshments, quiet workspaces, courtesy cars, and a new warranty with every eligible service. Toyota Service and Aftercare. So good, you'll find any excuse to come back. Eligible services are available until the vehicle turns 10 years old or 100,000 miles. T's and C's apply.
1983 election, she's won a landslide second term.
Police have been deployed to disperse crowds as the poll tax riots escalate.
Credit crunch is continuing to spread from the USA.
Britain has left the European Union. I mean, the list goes on. Boris, Liz,
We've helped Britain invest through 45 years of change. That's why we're the UK's #1 investment and savings platform, trusted by 2 million people. Hargreaves Lansdowne, helping Britain invest for it all. Investment returns vary. For claim verification, visit hl.co.uk.
Fly with the fry. Chicken is here. The 20 hot wings bucket. 20 succulent hot wings for $7.99. Come under our wings and feel the flavour saviour. Sensation awaits. Get the deal. Believe in chicken. KFC. Available until the 19th of April. Subject to availability. Participating restaurants only. Excludes delivery. Full T's and C's at kfc.co.uk.
In 10 metres, take a left at the pile of washing.
Sorry, what?
At the Valley of Toy Dinosaurs, approach the kitchen with no room to cook. Turn right at the floordrome. You've reached chaos. Recalculating. Suggest immediate course correction to IKEA for fitted wardrobes, children's storage, and cupboard organisers.
Find your way back to calm. Discover smart storage at your local IKEA now. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
Whatever kind of football fan you are, Talk Sport and the Coral Daily Download are here for it to celebrate the fans every day. Whether you're a front row seater or a prawn sandwich eater, a half-and-half scarf wearer or a lifelong faithful torchbearer, a retro shirt for every game or bare-chested, even in the rain. For all the latest news, reaction and odds this season, don't miss the Coral Daily Download. Every morning from 6 on Talk Sport with Coral. We're here for the fans. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Talk Sport with Bostik. If you're looking for a professional grade sealant that offers technologically advanced performance, choose Bostik Pro Sealants.
With your sports headlines, I'm Charlie Pritchard. Good evening. Wales host Bosnia tonight in Cardiff to decide their World Cup fate. If Wales get through, they'd play Northern Ireland in the final if they win against Italy in Bergamo. Meanwhile, victory away to the Czech Republic would keep Republic of Ireland in the hunt for a first appearance at the finals in 24 years. Now, the Gallagher Prem semi-finals are to be staged at neutral venues such as the Hill Dickinson from 2029 as part of a drive to increase attendance. The plans come as the league gears up for expansion from 10 to 12 teams for the 29-30 season in a move to a franchise-style model that ends traditional promotion and relegation. And the International Olympic Committee is banning transgender women from competing in all female events. A one-time test for the SRY gene will be used to determine eligibility and will come into force from the LA Games in 2028.
Stand by for action.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled football season to bring you extended coverage of the international break.
Talk Sport and Talk Sport 2 come to the international rescue.
Countdown and blast off with dangerous dedicated goal talk.
Plus, get daring full match commentary of selected home nation international friendlies all strung together on your radio.
Would you believe it?
Talk Sport and Talk Sport 2
Coming to the international rescue.
The football is go!
With full coverage of the entire international break. Welcome, Parker.
Thank you, milady. The ultimate nighttime kick thrill. Kick off.
Good evening, this is Kick-Off on Talk Sport, and it is a busy night of international football, and we're talking in particular, of course, the World Cup playoffs involving 16 European teams that have to be whittled down to 4 that will make it to this summer's World Cup. And of course, we're talking about Northern Ireland, Wales and the Republic of Ireland, all with a chance of making it to this summer's finals. They all kick off at 7:45. We'll keep you regularly updated with everything that happens. But we're just going to park that for now and just talk England at this moment in time, because ahead of their game with Uruguay tomorrow night, live on TalkSport, Thomas Tuchel, as we know, named a 35-man squad for their upcoming friendlies with Uruguay and then Japan, which is on Tuesday. And Tuchel has been speaking to our England correspondent Faye Carruthers and was asked about the inclusion of Ben White, who's been invited back into the fold after he left Qatar, if you remember, a few years ago. This is what he had to say.
I think it's important we kind of clear up the Ben White situation. This is the first time he's been called back playing for England since he left Qatar in 2022. Can you talk me through your decision of why you brought Ben back into camp, and perhaps why you chose him over Trent?
First of all, I had this call when I took the job with Ben and asked him if he would play for England, if he would be happy to come back to play for England. He was straight away very excited and said, yeah, there's absolutely no doubt that he would love to come back. Then it never happened because of injuries, and we called up other players, and he struggled a little bit to get his minutes at Arsenal. So now lately we had a late call-up because Gerald Kwanzaa pulled out because of an injury, and then he played Champions League, and I saw him live in the cup final against Manchester City. The profile is very similar to Gerald Kwanzaa. He's a player who could also play as a centre-back. So we thought this makes sense for us. We have the same profile of player. We get to know him finally in person and see if the situation is as comfortable as everyone hopes. It is so far. I guess there are some players coming from Friday and Saturday who were with him in the World Cup, and I think there will be also some explanation and some explanation about the situation to clear the air. I think this is necessary to be then totally free. But until now, he had a good camp. He was very involved on and off the pitch, and he showed everyone that he's happy to be back.
I was going to ask you whether there would be kind of clear the air talks between Ben and some of the players that were out in Qatar. But actually, I think some England fans will still be questioning whether or not he should wear an England shirt, having left England back in 2022. I know that you weren't in charge then, obviously, so there's very little you can say in terms of the situation itself. But from the few training sessions that you've had with Ben, and Noni has told us that, he's really proud to be playing for England again. What about his character do perhaps the England fans need to know to be able to be supporting him back playing for England again?
I feel him very shy. I feel him very shy and sensitive, and who needs the trust and the confidence from his players around and from the staff, which we hope we can show him, and we hope he feels from us. I am not saying that he didn't feel that before. I can just say what I think now, and I don't know the reason and the reason behind what happened in Qatar. So we take it from there. It was top behavior, top performances until now. There's of course a chance that he plays for us tomorrow. Why not? Because we called him up. Hopefully, supporters give him a fair chance. Some things are behind closed doors. Talks between coaches and players are behind closed doors, and talks between players are behind closed doors, and they need to trust us. That
they've lost on all 7 previous visits to Italy by an aggregate score of 16-2, failing to find the net on 6 occasions. In fact, the last score against the Azzurri anywhere in the 1961 friendly, so history will be stacked high against the away side tonight. Ultimately seeking a first World Cup Finals appearance for 40 years, Northern Ireland did come close to reaching Russia 2018, but lost 1-0 on aggregate to Switzerland in the playoffs, and this time they must succeed on Italian soil, then beat Wales or Bosnia in order to join co-host Canada, Switzerland and Qatar in Group B. Though they only finished third in Group A European qualifying, being beaten both home and away by Germany, Northern Ireland qualified for these playoffs by virtue of their Nations League performance. And a decade on from their spirited showing at Euro 2016, Michael O'Neill is back in charge alongside his club brother Blackburn Rovers, and aims to take a young squad all the way to North America. However, Northern Ireland's last 3 competitive away wins were against Minnows, Lithuania, San Marino and Luxembourg, while they have lost their last 6 trips to teams ranked inside FIFA's global top 20. But there is no better time to change that than tonight. Well, let's talk you through the lineups then, starting with Italy. So Calafiori, Tonali and Ken come in to replace Di Lorenzo, Fratesi and Esposito. So lineup in full: Gianluigi Donnarumma, a back 3 of Gianluca Mancini, Alessandro Bastoni and Riccardo Calafiori, and Matteo Politano, Federico Di Marco are the wing backs, with Nicola Barella, Manuel Locatelli and Sandro Tonali in the middle. Sandro Tonali heavily linked away from his move from his club side, Newcastle United. And up front is Moise Kean and Matteo Retegui. As for Northern Ireland, they run a fair few changes from their last game. Got the likes of, again, Charles, Hume, Devlin. Two Charles come to side, Hume, Devlin, Devaney, Spencer, all coming into the side. At the likes of Hazard, Brown, Bradley, Lyons, all dropping out of the side. So lineup for Northern Ireland is the first Charles and Pierce Charles in goal. Back three of skipper Trey Hume, Paddy McNair and Rory McConville. Terry Devlin and Brodie Spencer are the wing backs. Three midfield, Ethan Galbraith, Shay Charles, Justin Devaney at centre, and Isaac Price just in behind Jamie Donnelly up top. Italy's bench is Marco Palestra, Leonardo Spinazzola, Alessandro Buongiorno, Giacomo Raspadori, Marco Carnesecchi, Niccolo Pisilli, Federico Esposito, Brian Cristante, Davide Fratesi, Federico Gatti, Giorgio Scalvini, Alex Moret. And as for Northern Ireland, it's Bailey Peacock Farrow, Owen Toll, Tom Acterson, George Saville, Callum Marshall, Patrick Kelly, Paul Smith, Connor Hazard, Brad Lyons, Jamie Reid, Josh McGuinness and Kieran Brown. What an occasion this promises to be. Again, a place on the World Cup is on the line and a chance to face Wales or Bosnia to get to those World Cup finals again. Italy simply can't afford to miss out. Can't imagine what the backlash would be like if they miss out 3 consecutive times. Northern Ireland, the pressure's completely off them this evening. Again, Italy being the size nation they are, again, losing would mean, again, no World Cups 3 times in a row. And again, they simply can't afford that. Of course, Italy being on home soil as well, they're really going to be feeling every ounce of pressure. Northern Ireland could come to this one nice and relaxed and make it as tough as possible for the Italians. Again, intriguing encounter certainly awaits us this evening. And the game set to get underway very, very shortly here in Bergamo. Again, what an achievement it is for Northern Ireland just to be in this position. And Michael O'Neill has done an absolutely superb job over his time. His first spell was incredible, but again, I'd love to create some unbelievable memories in this second spell as well, as we are ready to get underway in Bergamo very, very shortly. And Italy will want that quick start just to relax the crowd. Again, there'll be huge favourites to be feeling the nerves, the tension, and Northern Ireland now just in the huddle. A lovely away kit in white with green lettering, green shorts as well. They're going to give it as good as they got. So, hoping that fascinating contest, plenty of drama awaits us here in Bergamo. It's Italy, it's Northern Ireland. Danny Michele has the honours of blowing his whistle to get us underway in just a second. It will be Northern Ireland to kick us off here. Again, they're just going to try and give it everything. Who knows what can happen? So just wait now for the referee to blow his whistle, and Northern Ireland can get us underway here in Bergamo. Ball play back to Pierce Charles, and they'll go long towards the left-hand side. Looking for Spence, heads it down towards Donnelly, and Donnarumma gets down to it again. That's definitely Northern Ireland's plan, going direct, looking to get those flick-ons. It is Bastoni now, drifts in right into the middle, squares it to Mancini. It is Bastoni on the ball again. Bastoni left-footed, rolls it to Mancini. First time pass, now whip forward to Politano. Good head away there from McNair. And now here's Northern Ireland with Spencer on the left. Good tackle down Spencer. And it's in the end, it's rolled out for throw. It's a good tackle one there from Locatelli in midfield. So Northern Ireland had the throw. About 7-8 yards behind the halfway line for Brodie Spencer to take. So Spencer now release it down the left. And that flick on was one there And it will now be a throw to Italy. Again, the flick on was won by Isaac Price. So just over a minute played there. Mancini with the throw. Now here is Italy in possession with Calafiori. DiMarco returns it back to Calafiori. Calafiori and drags it onto his left foot. Again, shorts the feet of DiMarco. DiMarco now. Now Tonali on the ball. DiMarco plays back towards halfway. A cut out from Donnelly on the right hand side. Donnelly tackled from Calafiori. Tonali picks it up. Tonali concedes possession. It is a Galbraith on halfway. He looks to clip it forward. Too high for Price though. Donnarumma comes out of his box in all yellow. Strokes it short to Politano, who's passing, intercepted from Spencer. Northern Ireland pushing high. It will be a throw for Italy. That's good work there from Northern Ireland. Tonali sloppy in possession. And it was Galbraith who played it first time. Price was on the chase. Donnarumma managed to get it clean. Italy got a throw out of it in the end. Go back to Donnarumma now by Mancini. It is Calafiori. Calafiori strokes it left-footed. Now it's played across to Mancini by Bastoni. Politano on halfway, back for Mancini. Square now for Bastoni, spreads the play. About 25 yards out to the left. Headed down there from Devlin. And now Northern Ireland flick it forwards to Price in the centre circle. Price square to Donnelly, just over halfway out on the right. He's caught there, Donnelly, by Bastoni. And it will be a free kick to Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland showing their competitive side straight away. And just a moment ago, they were pressing well. Got themselves a free kick here. Be taken just ahead of halfway. So Paddy McNair to release it. Let's see, Northern Ireland can cause some early havoc here. 3 minutes gone. And this will definitely be hoyed into the penalty area by Paddy McNair. On the right hand side, just ahead of the halfway line. So McNair clips it in, right footed, headed away there by Bastoni, cleared further from Ken. In the end, it's a push on the back of Alessandro Bastoni. So a free kick awarded in Italy's favour, which Bastoni takes short. Now back to Bastoni. And Bastoni slowly walking the ball out defence here. Now it's long from Mancini down the right side. Moise Ken gets him behind. Ken tight angle and his cross is blocked from Spencer. Corner kick for Italy. It's a lovely ball over the top from Mancini. Down the near side. Moise Ken controlled it. Right side of the penalty area. And he attempted to put a cross in towards Retegui. That was a brilliant block from Brodie Spencer with his right foot. And early pressure now from Italy. Just over 4 minutes in, Federico DiMarco to deliver on the right flank. Let's see what he can do from this. DiMarco whips in towards the back post. Header for Tonali, it's looping, it's wide. Again, Tonali peeled away at the back stick really well. Not the worst connection, he was leaning back a bit, Tonali. He was trying to divert it into Piers Charles, top left-hand corner, but the goalkeeper had it covered. Again, not a bad delivery at all from Federico DiMarco, displaying his technical ability there. Piers Charles, very jazzy, purple goalkeeping kit. So Charles goes long, nodded away from Bastoni, header from Galbraith in the centre circle, now drops to Tonali. DiMarco sends it back into central defence. Bastoni has it, Calafiori wants it square. Bastoni though looking to his right instead and plays it across to Mancini. Nicolo Barella asking for the ball. Locatelli an option in the centre circle. Goes into the feet of Bastoni instead. Squares it to Calafiori just behind halfway. DiMarco in possession. Back now for Calafiori. Italy just inside their own half. Calafiori just clips a pass just off the ground into the feet of Mancini, who brings it over halfway. Mancini now skips away from Price. Square out to the right to Barella. Barella swings in. It's an outswing from Barella. Goes over everyone. DiMarco edge of the box, heading towards the 6th minute. DiMarco's cross was punched away at the near post of Piers Charles. Still in play. Tonali's shot blocked there. And it will be a corner kick to Italy. Again, it was a bit of a nervy moment there for Piers Charles. DiMarco sent in the cross. Charles actually, no, it came off the post. Charles didn't get any touch on the ball. Oh no, though Charles did. Have a look at it again. Charles did push it away at the near post, and Retegui cut it back for Tonali. And his shot was blocked from Shea Charles. And it's an Italy corner, their second inside the opening 6. They're taken on the left-hand side from Federico Di Marco. It's an outswinger that comes in. Headed down for Calafiori. Tonali, right side of the penalty area. Poor touch. Tonali's cross now blocked and loops in the air. Calafiori's headed back into the box. McNair nods it away. Now it's headed down for Di Marco. Di Marco hits it. It's blocked for the goalkeeper. Tonali misses the ball. And it's been cleared away from Trey Hume. Now it's on the right-hand side with Barella. Politano now against 2 Northern Ireland players. Cuts it back for Barella. Now Italy move it further back. Stroke first time for Locatelli. Bastoni curves it to left. Di Marco tries to get a crossing, well blocked from Devlin. Tonali now receives the throw quickly from Di Marco. Nice little flip for Calafiori, can't find Di Marco though. What a chance a moment ago for Italy when Di Marco is headed towards Di Marco, bounced in front of him, left side of the box, hit it low, bounced off Retegui, and Tonali had the ball taken away from his left foot by Sunderland's Trey Hume, by the way. Them two didn't meet in the Time Wear Derby the weekend, though. Tonali was actually out with a knock for that one, but has been is available obviously for this one. Great defending from Trey Hume there. Northern Ireland skipper. Throw from the visitors. Headed away from Bastoni. The ball looped up in the centre circle. Barella heads in the air. Now heads again, square to Politano. Heads it now into the middle. Barella chasing the ball down. But Barella just out-muscled there from Ethan Galbraith. And now Galbraith clears down left. Price flicks on. Nice little layoff and Donnelly to Price. Now Price a bit of space. Heading towards the centre circle. Plays it in behind Tonali. And now it's brought over halfway from Trey Hume. Hume receives it again from Devlin. Hume now just rolls it back into his own half. McConville wants it instead. McNair goes to Pierce-Charles. Hume again. Tonali closing down. Hume now picks out a pass in the centre circle with Donnelly. Drops deep and really well. Now Galbraith to Price. Galbraith again, first time from the centre circle. Square to McConville. Just got away from his left foot originally, but again had enough pace from McConville to retrieve the ball back inside now. Shea Charles first time pass. Now Price is dispossessed. Here is Retegui in the centre circle, just over halfway. Matteo Retegui now back on the halfway line to Di Marco. Little touch to Calafiori, square to Locatelli in the centre circle. Again, plays out to the right, about 15 yards. Here's Italy attacking it with Politano, skips in, edge of the box. Politano, low cross, volleyed up into the air and behind for a corner kick. Again, it was Rory McConville who sent it behind for an Italy corner on the right-hand side. And that's what Northern Ireland are going to need to do though. His body's on the line, blocking shots, just clearing away the crosses. They've got to do the dirty stuff well in Bergamo this evening. So just over 9 minutes gone here. Goalless between Italy and Northern Ireland. A reminder, winner this time will face either Wales or Bosnia in that final. And now cross comes in for Di Marco from the short corner. Headed away from McNair. There's surely knock into the back of Donnelly from Locatelli. There was. The referee has awarded free kick in Northern Ireland's favour. I have to say, I've been really impressed with Donnelly so far. Actually dropping deep, helping his team out in possession, but again working hard to win those free kicks as well. So just approaching the 10th minute here in Bergamo. Free kick for Northern Ireland to take. And that away end will lift off, and Northern Ireland can take an early lead here. So Pierce-Charles. Free kick out towards the left. Header one from Spencer towards Donnelly. Can't hold it up though. It's the clear. Locatelli hits it down to the ground to the centre circle. McNair lays it off to Shea Charles. Now back in the Northern Ireland half. McNair just behind the centre circle. Clips it now towards the inside left. Spence heads it down. Was there a foul there from Spencer? Nothing given from the referee. Now he has blown up for a free. It's either a free kick or it's because Politano's down holding his head. Michael O'Neill's furious. Brodie Spencer's hand did come across the face of Matteo Politano. Michael O'Neill certainly has the look of a man who thought that was soft. And a quick free kick from Italy across the back line. Calafiori. It is Bastoni. Calafiori again, short left footed pass. Alessandro Bastoni. midway inside his half. Strokes it now to his right to Locatelli. And Locatelli, he rolls the pass to the feet of Mancini, just about stays on his feet. Now lovely flick forwards down the right there from Politano to Barella. Barella's cross cleared away from Galbraith. Now a little touch from Spencer, given away though. Italy have it just ahead of halfway of Barella. Now in the centre circle with Bastoni. Calafiori make himself available, but it goes square in central midfield to Locatelli. Now looks for Ken down the inside right, holds it up. Plays it out to that right flank to Politano, cuts it back. Mancini, out-swing cross towards the back post. Flicked away from Devlin. Italy, edge of the box on the left. DeMarco now rolls it back to cross that comes in from Bastoni, headed away from McNair. Italy, 30 yards and goal with Locatelli. Out to Politano. Northern Ireland pin back here, approaching the 12th minute. Politano cuts back for Barella. And now inside to Locatelli. Two midfielders linking up now. It's in the middle, the central defender Mancini. In Italy, central defence pushed up there. Bastoni to Calafiori, plays it down the left. Pass to Telegraph though, intercepted from Devlin. And now here's Galbraith. Galbraith finds Price on halfway. Price now slows it down and rolls it back to Spencer. Galbraith wants it. And now Galbraith onto his right foot. And just curves the pass to Treyhume. Now Northern Ireland just slowing it down. McNair, middle that back three. Square to Hume again. 12.5 minutes gone in. Bergamo, Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. McNair just strokes it. Now Hume just strokes it back to McNair. McNair breaks the lines here. And now it's Northern Ireland inside right. Shea Charles just over it's that pass. Down that inside right channel towards Justin Devaney. Just bounced off his right foot in the end. Good idea there from Shea Charles. Stroke short from Donnarumma to Mancini. It is Bastoni. Bastoni now. Ball just stopped here. And just plays it short left-footed to Locatelli. Bastoni now option the centre circle with Tinali, but goes across Locatelli. Locatelli now looking to play it over the top. That's well dealt from McConville. Heads it down for Spencer. Price now knocks it first time inside to Galbraith. Now in the centre circle with Shea Charles. Brushes Tinali away. Shea Charles in the middle. 30 yards and goal. Gives it to Donnelly. Edge of the box on the inside. Left that pass. Couldn't find the feet of Price though. Price was caught on his heels. Slipped from Mancini when he made the pass. Intercepted from McConville. Northern Ireland looking to get back on the front foot. They're 40 yards and goal. And they have the ball here with Treyhume. Hume now. About midway inside the Italy half. Knocks it on his outside here to Devlin. Now Terry Devlin goes backwards. Hume to McNair. Hume just in front of halfway. Hume now again lifts it down the inside right. And Calafiori was stretched, but it just bounced off his left foot. And it's out for a Northern Ireland corner on the right-hand side. In Italy, let's have some questions asked them here. Corner for Justin Devaney to take from the right-hand side as Northern Ireland are in search of taking a shot lead. Almost a course now gone it in Bergamo, looking for that opening goal. So Justin Devaney all ready to send it in. Devaney to outswing from the right. Oh, it's gone through everyone. Real scare there for Italy for a split second. Michael O'Neill furious that no one could get their head on that. It went through everyone in the end. Lovely corner from Devaney from the right. Yeah, it didn't take a touch of anyone. All the Northern Ireland players caught on their heels. Mancini received it short. Middle of the back three, Bastoni. Now Mancini level with the centre circle. Italy 58% of the possession so far. Mancini. And a quarter now gone here in Bergamo. Now Bastoni. Locatelli drops in between Mancini, Bastoni. Now Mancini goes it short and halfway to Politano. Back to Mancini. Now stroke to Bastoni. Left-footed. Mancini again. Just behind the halfway line. Now into the Northern Ireland half. In the centre circle again with Bastoni. Strokes are left-footed to Calafiori. DeMarco wants it, but Calafiori, tightly marked from Justin Devaney. Now Italy back over halfway with Gianluca Mancini. In the centre circle with Bastoni. And now Bastoni just rolls it back to Donnarumma. And Northern Ireland trying to push up here. Donnarumma goes long. Header square from Hugh. Devlin will get to it. Devlin now down the right hand side, too high for Donley. And back here with Donnarumma in all yellow. Calafiori, 16 minutes played here. Bergamo. It is Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. So here is Italy just over halfway. Inside from Mancini. Whip now for Brella, looking for the run. And Moise Ken. Ken almost gets to it. Great defender from McConville. Gets across and clears it away for an Italy corner on the right. And these first time balls over the top. A real threat was Nicolo Brella with that lovely right foot. Ken almost got it, but McConville defended that one brilliantly to get it clear in time. By the way, earlier on, Turkey beat Romania by a goal to 0. Sweden leading in Ukraine. Victor Gyökeres with the goal there. And Slovakia leading Kosovo by a goal to 0 there. The scores at the moment in the World Cup playoff games. And it's intercepted for another throw. Price intercept that Mancini throw. But again, the ball from Brella a moment ago was perfect. Just couldn't quite sit for Moise again. And Rory McConville got across, short throw now to Brella. Again, he's tackled from Price. So rolled out for yet another. Goes to the Italians. Level with the penalty area. Mancini takes. Brella returns it to Mancini. Mancini looking backwards on the right, then goes in field. First time for Locatelli. Politano goes across. Brilliant block there from Brodie Spencer. Offside flag goes up against Politano anyway. And it will be a Northern Ireland free kick. Still Spencer didn't know that. First time for Locatelli. Just played that in between Galbraith and Spencer, but they both peeled for offside straight away. And the linesman got that one spot on. Free kick for Northern Ireland. Almost 80 minutes played. And yes, it's only 80 minutes played, but so far Northern Ireland doing a good job. Having the moments as well where they can look threatening. By the way, Ireland are leading against the Czech Republic. Troy Parrott with a penalty there. Hero, of course, in Hungary. Now Northern Ireland lose the ball just behind the halfway line, but win it back now with Spencer. Shea Charles moves over halfway, square for Spencer. Back down left for Charles. The ball just went under the legs of Charles, but then Mancini has to be safe and just square it out of bounds for a Northern Ireland throw on the left-hand side. So yeah, Northern Ireland starting to gain in confidence here. 18 and a half minutes gone. So Trey Hume proudly leading his country out tonight. Just trotted across to release this throw. So Hume will doubtlessly go for the long throw here. Northern Ireland. So Trey Hume now all ready. Hume faces the throw in. Headed away from DeMarco. Lifted back into the box from McNair. Ball looping up. Calafiori slips. Shea Charles header. Volleyed away from Bastoni. Headed back towards the box. And then headed away again from Locatelli. Now Galbraith has it. There was a push on Retegui. And it will be a free kick to Italy. Taken a bit too quickly for Daniel Makeli's liking. So another attempt at the free kick for Italy to take. Just behind the centre circle. Goes short to Bastoni from Locatelli. It is Bastoni. And now Calafiori just behind halfway. Bends it down the left. Flick on for Tonali. Retegui trying to get to it. Head away from McConville. Then cleared away from Northern Ireland towards the halfway line. Donley heads up in the air, goes backwards, comes off the backside Locatelli. Second ball picked up from Shea Charles, rolls it through the middle for Ethan Galbraith. Here comes Northern Ireland. Galbraith slips though, takes the shot away, but it's taken a deflection off of Calafiori and straight back to Donnarumma. That was a great opening there for Northern Ireland. On the ball now with Brella. Here's Locatelli. 20 minutes gone here. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. But that certainly opened up really well there for Galbraith. It's Italy on the ball just behind halfway. Now Mancini to Locatelli. Bastoni plays it left-footed. DeMarco now, about 10 yards in the Northern Ireland half. Finds Retegui on the inside left. Cleared away though from McNair. Heavy touch from Galbraith. Tonali hits it off him. Hook force from DeMarco. Volleyed away from Shea Charles. Header from the centre circle. Now reaches Brella in the middle. Brella on the stretch. Back for Locatelli. First time to Tonali. Italy in central midfield. Just under 40 yards and goal. Brella to Tonali. First time square pass of Tonali to the right to Politano. Back to Tonali. Tonali's cross blocked from McConville. Not the best of clearances from Price. Falls straight to Brella. Didn't connect with that clearance at all well priced. Now Politano down the right for Tonali, cuts inside, and McConville. Tonali though dispossessed in the box in the end by Shea Charles. Now Galbraith hits it outside of the right boot, straight to the answer. Gattuso though. Gattuso quickly throws that to Mancini to then release the throw-in to Locatelli from the send circle here with Calafiori. Turns now onto his left foot. It is Bastoni. Bastoni walks the ball over halfway in the send circle square now to Locatelli. Locatelli, 35 yards and goal. Plays it forwards to Politano. Politano's moving backwards. Now turns, he's trying to look forwards here. Politano goes left-footed and square into the send circle to Alessandro Bastoni. Left-footed, rolls it to DiMarco. DiMarco just under midway inside the Northern Ireland half. Calafiori, he's just ahead of halfway. Now Italy in the send circle. Bastoni short for Barella. And Tonali just moving in behind the Northern Ireland midfield line, but Barella now drives out towards the right hand side. Over it though from Barella. He was looking for Politano or Retegui. Couldn't find any of them in the end. Yeah, not a great pass there from Nicolo Barella. Certainly Ethan Galbraith, he looks to be the man who will be driving Northern Ireland forwards this evening. And would you believe it, by the way, Republic of Ireland 2-0 up against the Czech Republic. Troy Parrott and Darragh O'Shea with the goals. So can both islands get through to the World Cup playoff finals. Well, Bosnia goalless at the moment. It's a goal kick taken now. Calafiori heads away. Drops on halfway for Charles. Devlin tries to bend it down the right to tame pass. Can't find Deveni. Just whack forwards and Calafiori. Header one there from McNair. Now first time for Locatelli, too high for Retegui though. And Hume just strokes it back for Pierce Charles. Lovely little pass there from Charles to Hume. Retegui chasing down the Northern Ireland skipper. Hume though finds Price, little flick from Price. Jay Charles can't get to it. And actually Charles did get a toe end onto it. And before he got to it first, Charles got a toe end onto it, hit it off Calafiori. Italy throw about 7-8 yards behind halfway. Calafiori throws it backwards to Donnarumma. Left side of his box, just over 23 minutes played here in Bergamo. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. Italy play it across the back three. Mancini to Bastoni, spider send circle, stroke short to Calafiori, brings it over halfway. Calafiori now, that's a lovely diagonal, out towards the right. Italy in the attacking third with Politano. Politano now cuts it back for Mancini, again back out to Politano. He's going to go down line, he does, to Barella. Barella now needs support. Has that again, and Politano and knocks it short to Barella. Italy move it backwards on the right. Just about 30 yards on goal. Now it's gone into the feet of Mancini. It's a whip ball from Mancini. In the end, well out of play. A goal kick to Northern Ireland. Again, they're defending well, pushing up as a unit. And they need to Northern Ireland. So we're really pleased with their work so far. So again, games that have goals in them at the moment is Czech Republic 0, Republic of Ireland 2, Slovakia 1, Kosovo 1, Ukraine 0, Sweden 1. All the rest of them are goalless, including here in Bergamo with Italy, Northern Ireland. Goal kick from Pierce Charles, header forward to Mancini. Now cushion header from Shea Charles towards the send circle, volley from Galbraith. All that Italy defence let it bounce. Calafiori though just about holds off Deveni and just flicks it back to Donnarumma. Well, now to pass to Locatelli, he's uncomfortable. Donnelly chased him down. Mancini, now Politano complete, misses the ball from Mancini's pass. Northern Ireland going filled from Spencer, but and then Kane gets there before Galbraith, and now Italy on the left hand side. Calafiori to DiMarco, just inside the opponent's half, down halfway with Sandro Tonali. Tonali moves in the send circle, squares it to that right side of defence for Mancini. And further out in that right to DiMarco, back inside to Mancini. Italy, 40 yards from goal. Tonali strokes it to Locatelli. Tonali wants it again. Tonali checks his shoulder. Shea Charles is there. It's square to Mancini. Italy back on halfway now. DiMarco into his own half again. Brodie Spencer chasing him down. Now time on the ball here for Locatelli. Here's Barella now from defence midfield. Again direct towards Retegui. Good work from Hume. Just hold off Retegui. It sails back for Pierce Charles. Just under 20 minutes left of this first half. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. Square now from Shea Charles. Terry Devlin slowly moves over halfway. Devlin now just checks back, strokes it right footed Here's Hume. Just behind halfway, plays it short to Devlin. Hume again. Hume just surveying, see what's around him. Back into the middle, the back three, McNair. Here is a roll pass from McConville. Shea Charles under pressure, caught late from Locatelli. Charles got his pass forwards and the referee has pulled it back for a free kick as Charles' passes went straight to Calafiori. Yeah, Locatelli just barged into Shea Charles from behind. Without a doubt, that's a correct decision to award a free kick in Northern Ireland's favour. There's Gennaro Gattuso just on the sidelines at the moment. Fierce character, as we all know, dishing out some instructions. That's now 3 fouls apiece committed in this first half. Just coming up to the 27th minute. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. Charles free kick headed away only as far as Galbraith. Now spinning ball out to the right. Can Donnelly get to it? Just misses Donnelly on the byline. It was a good idea from Ethan Galbraith. Michael O'Neill is pleased that Galbraith went for that option, just couldn't quite get the execution right. Tonali now into the centre circle. Tonali clips out towards the right, will bounce onto the midriff. Napolitano holds it up. Back on halfway here for Locatelli. Tonali inside right, just over 40 yards and goal, square for Politano. Again, Italy have it just inside the half now, played into the centre circle. Locatelli to Bastoni. Locatelli again, once more to Bastoni. Italy still in the centre circle. Again, it's moved across to Locatelli, now curves out to the right. Italy in the attacking third here. And now Politano shifts it onto his left foot. Politano puts the cross towards the back post to Marco. He tries to hit it across the face of goal. It's blocked though from Devlin. Corner kick for Italy. On the left hand side, DeMarco connected with that really well. Excellent block from Terry Devlin. Again, Northern Ireland putting their bodies on the line this evening. It was an inviting cross from Politano, wing back to wing back. DeMarco went for the volley cross, but yeah, Devlin well positioned. Corner kick then for DeMarco to take on the 28th minute. Goalless here in Bergamo. Again, reminder, winner will face either Wales or Bosnia in that playoff final to get to the World Cup. So DeMarco now all ready to deliver. DeMarco's corner kick. Oh, now Northern Ireland to get it clear. Bit of a mix-up between a couple of players, but it's cleared in the end from Devlin. Yeah, sort of just bounced off Devlin, came off a teammate, then fell to Devlin again. Yeah, sort of the bounce and the balls make things awkward. I don't know what's going on here. Barella's waiting to take the throw. I don't know if VAR having a look at something. Thinks they were, but checks over now. Barella takes the throw midway in Northern Ireland half. Now it's in the centre circle with Bastoni. Here is Locatelli, receives it from Donnarumma just outside his box. Locatelli now, his pass goes over halfway. Now it's direct for Mancini, looking towards the D. Retegui takes it down. Retegui, tight angle. Retegui goes to the shot. It's blocked from McNair. Corner kick on the right hand side for Italy. As Northern Ireland are starting to get pinned back. And Italy going for that direct route. Mancini finding Retegui. Matteo Retegui put the shot on right side of the penalty area. Well blocked though from Paddy McNair. Corner kick for Italy to take on the right. Looks like Sandro Tonali will be taking this corner kick. So Sandro Tonali all prepared now. Corner to come in from the right hand side. So outswing for Tonali. Headed away from Trey Hugh. DeMarco, edge of the box on the left. Clips it back in. Ken trying to get touch on it. Now Retegui holds it up, but it's back towards goal. Leaves it for Ken. Cleared away in the end from Devlin. Actually, that's come off the referee. Well, actually, is that come off the referee? I'm certain that came off the referee there. So I think it'll be a drop ball. And it will be, yes, it will be a drop ball for Northern Ireland. So it's a drop now to Pierce Charles. And Charles has it inside his area. So a quarter an hour left this first half. Again, Northern Ireland more than holding their own here against Italy. And we get that opening goal before half-time. Hume bends one down the right. Well, Donnelly's on the chase, but he certainly won't get to it. Donnarumma will just let this one go out of play for a goal kick. And Donnarumma just constantly just taking a few steps back. And we saw Donnelly steaming towards him, just put his body in between Donnelly and the ball. And it's a goal kick for Italy to take. Bastoni starts it off. Italy was 67% of possession, but really, Pierce Charles hasn't been significantly tested in this opening half hour. So Italy now slowly moving towards the centre circle. It's a diagonal from Mancini. Does pick up DiMarco midway in Northern Ireland's half. DiMarco down left, looking for Tonali. Hume's there first. Trey Hume now inside the corner quadrant, gets away to DiMarco. Hume chases now Tonali. Tonali puts the cross in, headed away. McNair, Tonali heads it back towards the box instead. Heads it out of bounds. Sandro Tonali, but it's a dangerous cross a moment ago near Italy number 8, but Northern Ireland managed to head it away through Rory McConville. And it's been a terrific team performance in Northern Ireland so far. Approaching the 32nd minute here in Bergamo. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. And Northern Ireland, though, certainly had that threat on the counter. So a goal kick taken, headed from Mancini, now flick from Ken. Retegui takes on the chest, flicks on towards Moise Ken. But Hume steps in there inside the box, plays it back to Charles. A slice clearance away towards the left. And it does bounce out for an Italy throw. Oh, now a bit of a scuffle here between Barella and Price. Price just seemed to punch the ball away when it bounced out for a throw. Barella didn't like that. So the referee has called Isaac Price across. Yeah, Price just... actually, Barella was about to catch the ball on the bounce and Price just took it out of his hand. So Barella didn't like that one. It's a throw for Italy on the right-hand side, level with the penalty area. So it's Gianluca Mancini ready to take. Just giving the ball a quick clean. There's a luxurious blue shirt, iconic Italian colours. Throw taken out, head up in the air from McConville, and it's cleared away from Price for a corner kick. That definitely didn't come off Retegui last. So corner on the right-hand side. In for Sandro Tonali to take. 33 minutes on the clock here. Bergamo, Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. It's the same score between Wales and Bosnia again. The winner of this game will face either of those sides. Sandro Tonali again. All set now for the outswinger from the right-hand side. Tonali whips in the corner kick. Head of the near post wide. Bastoni connected with it. He said it took a deflection. And I think Bastoni's got his wish for another Northern Ireland corner. So in fact, actually, Bastoni, they've got a slight flick. It definitely came off Brodie Spencer last. Lovely corner in, though, from Sandro Tonali. Let's see if he can replicate that corner. Can it go even better for Italy, and can it find the back of the net this time? So Tonali's still waiting. A bit of push and shove involving Bastoni and Spencer. That's broken up now. 34 minutes played here. Bergamo, Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. Sandro Tonali all prepared now to take the corner kick. But Tonali in towards near post, flick up in the air. Was looping inside the box. Northern Ireland head away from McConville. There's a foul. I think it's a handball in the area against Italy. So free kick for the visitors. And they defended the corner well, as they have done throughout this first arc. And the Northern Ireland fans in terrific voice, they're dreaming. The side finally gets the World Cup. So Pierce Charles hit the free kick here. But Northern Ireland, just over 10 minutes left in this first half. Czech Republic will pull one back against Ireland. And Slovakia and Kosovo's one apiece. Sweden still leading Ukraine. Well, Devlin flicks on the goal kick. Hooked for St Donnelly. Clear away from Calafiori now, not from Galbraith. Chested back from Devlin for Hume now to go long. Flick on there from Donnelly. Devaney's running behind it. Play back to Donnarumma. And that's a heavy pass there for Donnarumma. Straight out for a throw. It was a Bastoni. Played back to Donnarumma. Yeah, Donnarumma, not a great return to him at all. So Northern Ireland, chance to Hoyer throw in from the right-hand side, and that will be Trey Hume's job. So Hume now, let's see what he can do with this. He throws it short actually, and now McNair sends in the cross. Oh, it's just missed his target in the box, and then cleared for Politano, blocked from Spencer, Shea Charles, and it does go out for an Italy throw. Again, delicious ball in for Paddy McNair. I think it was McConville who you're searching for. just missed ahead of Rory McConville. So throw now for Mancini. Back in the Italian box, Bastoni to control. Now Calafiori coming forward here, slowed himself down. Has Donnelly and Devaney in his way. Back now for Bastoni, square for Locatelli. Locatelli coming up towards halfway. Again drills it right-footed, right towards the middle. Ken beat in the air from Hume. Now Brella knocks it forward. Now Brella has the edge of the box here. Brella out to the right. Politano, first time cross, sails over the head of Devlin. DeMarco left side the area. Here's cross block from Devlin. And now here's Calafiori looking inside. The pass reaches Locatelli. Now DeMarco, about 25 yards from goal, looking backwards to Bastoni. Bastoni midway in the Northern Ireland half. Now forwards on the left-hand side for Tonali. Tonali knocks it off of Devlin. It's a throw for Italy where Tonali will leave it. Calafiori. And 8 minutes of this first half left here in Bergamo. Goalless between Italy and Northern Ireland. Calafiori throws it back now to Bastoni. Strokes are left-footed. Now it's in the centre circle with Mancini. Again, will he go long here? Mancini brings out the centre circle, squares it on the right to Barella instead. Barella now moves back to his own half. Again, Price shadowing him. Just ahead of the D is Donnarumma. Right-footed pass, about 10 yards forwards. It's the feet of Bastoni. And Bastoni stops the ball just behind halfway and gives it to Locatelli. Here is Mancini. Plays it just over halfway now. Whip from Politano towards the inside right. Flick from Retegui. Here's Moise Ken. Ken shot! And straight into his own fans in the end. Moise Ken. Inside right, just behind the penalty area. Couldn't keep the effort down. Lovely flick from Retegui. Yeah, Ken leading back. Lots of power. It's not the direction. That was that crossing online a couple of minutes ago. Onto head of McConville. Just couldn't quite make the contact he wanted McConville. So Charles with the goal kick towards Devlin. He wins the flick on. It's bouncing play. Now DeMarco finds Ken. Ken chests it towards the inside left. Misses Retegui. Now Charles combines with Devaney. Now ball from Charles down the far side. In the end, Bastoni gets it first. He tripped up from Jamie Donnelly. And Donnelly just telling Bastoni to get up. And it was a sharp turn of Bastoni. He was clipped from Donnelly, but I think Bastoni was trying to make the most out of it. Donnelly didn't like that. I think he acknowledges, though, he definitely made the foul, Donnelly. So free kick to Donnarumma in the D. Forwards now for Mancini. Again, good pressing here from Spencer on Politano. It's gone back here to Mancini. Donnarumma, first time out of his area, to Bastoni. Bastoni midway in the Italy half. Alessandro Bastoni. Tonali makes himself available in the centre circle. Strokes it left-footed first time to Bastoni. About 5-6 yards behind halfway. Now given to Locatelli. And deepest of that midfield three for Italy. And one touch to take it over halfway from Bastoni. Stops it by the centre circle. Again, Locatelli's inside it. Locatelli out now to the right. Controlled from Politano. And Phil Tonali now. 40 yards from goal. First time head out the box though from McConville. Now lifted from Spencer. Little touch there from Price. Volleyed up into the air from Charles. Midway inside his half. Headed backwards there from Mancini. Now headed from Calafiori. Force to Politano. Good tackle there from Spencer on Barella. That will be an Italy throw. About 40 yards from the target. Good tackle there from Spencer. That's actually a bit under 40 yards. So it will be a throw for Mancini to take back to Bastoni. 5 minutes left in this first half here in Bergamo. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. Feeling the nerve around the ground at the moment. So it is Italy on the ball just behind halfway. It's past there from Locatelli and Phil for Politano. Tonali back towards the halfway line. It's control from Mancini. Locatelli cross to Bastoni, left-footed, just ahead of halfway is DeMarco. That's the first time backwards pass to Donnarumma. Outside of his area, square in central midfield to Locatelli. Now Locatelli coming towards halfway, trying to draw Northern Ireland in. Now Locatelli turns on his right foot. Again, Northern Ireland aren't being drawn in. They're in their tight shapes from the centre circle now for Calafiori. Out to that left-hand side. Little flick to DeMarco there. Now Calafiori has it, midway in the Northern Ireland half. Just ahead of the centre circle is Locatelli, square for Barella. Out now for Politano. In Italy, just about the attacking third now. Politano racing down the line. Politano, good tackle, comes in there for his opposite number, Ethan Galbraith. Northern Ireland scream for a goal kick, but it's gone in Italy's favour. So it will be a corner on the left-hand side. Well, it was a challenge that came from Galbraith. He got a slight nick on the ball, I think. So it's a corner kick for Italy's take on the right-hand side. So DeMarco this time to swing it in. Well, Tonali's got a good corner in him from that right, but now Gattuso wants to see DeMarco whip it in. DeMarco's corner flicked over the bar. That was a real dangerous one in from DeMarco. Bastoni at the near post. Got the touch. Couldn't keep it down though. In fact, it actually looked to me, I'm sure that was a touch at the near post. Yeah, it was Bastoni. I was maybe thinking it was initially Politano got the flick. Now Northern Ireland go long, cleared away from Calafiori, just ahead of halfway. Now Galbraith has it back. Galbraith heading towards the halfway line on the left. Now plays it to Donnelly. Donnelly challenge from Locatelli. Italy do concede the throw. And Donnelly just tells Politano just to go away. Look, push there on Politano. So throw for Brodie Spencer to take just by Gennaro Gattuso's technical area. So Spencer now releases the throw down left-hand side. Header met from Calafiori on the stretch. Price now in field to Ethan Galbraith. Galbraith square, now chance for Devlin. Devlin goes to the shot just beyond the D block for Tonali. Tonali controls his head. Devlin gets across, but now Moise Ken has it. Ken tries to lay it off to Tonali. Heavy touch, and now picked up in the end from McConville. Back to defeat his goalkeeper now is Shea Charles. Infield, it's a nice turn there from Galbraith. First time to McConville by McNair. Now picks up Shea Charles in the centre circle. Now Northern Ireland moving it quickly. Justin Devaney inside right, just over 35 yards from goal. And now Devlin sends the cross in way too high though. And that will be a goal kick. And Michael O'Neill furious with the delivery on that far side. And there's not going to be loads of chances for Northern Ireland to create those big moments. Disappoints there, Michael O'Neill. So DeMarco just goes to pass back to Calafiori. So we're heading now into the last minute of normal time in this first half. Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0. Italy lose tonight. That would mean failed to reach the World Cup 3 consecutive times, and that would be the first time that holders and the champions of the competition ever done that. Ball down left from DeMarco. Now inside from Calafiori to Tonali. Tonali, 25 yards out. Tonali straight block from Charles. Tonali can't win him back. Tonali says he was caught on the face. Nothing given. Tonali now getting back to his feet. Charles plays out to his left. Hick on Northern Ireland with Price. Price now inside to Charles. By the Good tackle there from Barella. And now Locatelli on the ball. Locatelli goes to the pass in the middle. It's a good tackle there from Galbraith. No free kick. Getting against Galbraith. He caught Mancini from behind the referee's eyes. And Donnelly furious. He's saying he was pushed there from Bastoni right in front of the referee. Now Donnarumma's getting involved. It's getting a little bit heated here. The referee needs to calm things down. And the Dutch referee, Danny McGelly, just trying to really calm things down between Donnelly and a few of the Italian players. Bastoni, Donnarumma. Just a 1 minute of stoppage time in this first half, and Donnelly just getting a talon off from the referee, as well as Bastoni. So free kick for Italy. So Mancini got his foul from Galbraith. That's what started it all off. Northern Ireland were incensed. That was given as a free kick. So now 25 seconds into just a minute of stoppage time. Short for Mancini. Italy just behind halfway. Politano. Now first up for Locatelli, trying to get Retegui in behind. Retegui right side of the box. Retegui tries to lift it over Charles, but straight out the goalkeeper in the end. Retegui down. Thought he was going to roll around side of the box. Holding his low back here, Retegui. Good opportunity there. So it's long from Charles towards the right hand side. Flick inside from Devlin. Now Northern Ireland with Donnelly. Donnelly goes to shot, but well wide in the end. It's worth taking on though from Jamie Donnelly. That's now the minute stoppage time played, and there goes the half-time whistle. Real competitive first half for Northern Ireland. And Italy had their attacking moments, but couldn't break through Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland had a couple of counters themselves, but both sides have cancelled each other out in the first half. In Bergamo, all to play for. In that second half again, it'd be Wales or Bosnia for the winner. This playoff into the final. So, half-time here, Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.